folks, we can have your attention for a few more moments. I'd like to point out the safety features of our Boeing 737-700 series aircraft. Fasten that seatbelt, slide the flag.
Hello everybody and welcome to the video. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and what I am going to show you here is a website where you can do your flight planning and have it uploaded into your X-Plane files. Now you have to have Navigraph in order for this to work. So I want to make something very clear right now. Navigraph is a paid subscription. It can be a little pricey for some people, but for me, it's fine. It helps me speed things up so I can get my information into the systems very quickly. And what I mean by systems, into the avionics of the individual aircraft on X-Plane 11. Now, there are some people out there who probably say, oh, Navigraph sucks and all this sort of stuff. It's like, well, I'm not here for all that negativity. I'm here to show you how you can use this program to help knock out like nav data is out of date, like my previous video. And there's some questions with people on there. It's like, well, why do you need it? Then why are you even watching these videos? Because this is what it's all about. It's about how to integrate different systems with Navigraph. All right. And now it's not the best thing in the world, but it is a step up. Comparatively speaking. Now, when I started, just to give you a little background, when I started doing a lot of flight simulations, I started off with the very first flight simulator, and it wasn't even on the IBM machines. Yeah, I go back that far. Remember those old PCs, the ATs and all that? No, this goes back to one of the very first computers for home by Apple. Okay, it was like one of the very first Apple computers. We didn't even have color screens back then. Okay, that's how far back this goes. It was all that puke green color. All right, so that's how far back I go with this. And even then, you could not fly all over the world. It only had specific areas like Chicago, New York, and I do believe it was San Francisco and possibly Los Angeles. That's it, right? So it was very, very limited. Today, it is as real as you can possibly get it. That's how far Flight Simulator has come. Now, I use X-Plane because I'm back on the Mac. And unfortunately, Flight Simulator, the new version, is not for the Mac. So I have some limitations still. So I use X-Plane, and it is almost maxed out on my computer, but that's just me. I just use a little home computer. It's nothing. It's not a big gaming computer like some of the people have. I don't have that, so I'm kind of limited in what I can do. But what I'm going to show you now is using a couple of programs to make your flight easier. When I looked at an actual brief or a flight planning brief from American Airlines, it is page after page after page after page after page of information that the pilots get from the dispatcher. It is in depth. Okay, this can be the same way. All right, they just take out a lot of the BS with it, and unnecessary things. If you are using Navigraph with another plane, let's say just the normal Cessna, what I would also suggest that you get as an add-on, and it's a free add-on, it's called Avitab. If you want to see more about Avitab, please go to my previous video where I kind of show it to you. And later on in this video series, I will be showing you, it's not going to be in this video, it's going to be in the next one, on how to move charts from SkyVector and other sources, convert them into a PDF, and convert them into a picture file, so that the GTN will pick it up, as well as the Avitab. Okay, so if you want to have charts of all the different types of airports, arrivals and departures on all the airports in your area, it's going to take a while for you to do that. I don't have that time luxury, so what I would do is just get a bunch of airports I know I'm going to be flying over. In case I need to divert, I have that information. So I will show you how that's done in a future video. This video is going to be about how to use Simbrief and get it into your systems using Navigraph. So let's go. What is Simbrief? Well, Simbrief, let's go to their language. It's a virtual flight planning service designed for flight simulations hobbyists looking to take their flights to the next level. Registered users, users gain access to a web-based dispatching system capable of generating in-depth flight planning packages, including detailed field planning, weather forecasts, current NOTAMs, ETOPS calculations, and much more in seconds. All right. For me, time is everything. They do detailed fuel planning, supports many of the popular aircraft model types. These aircraft profiles have been developed over many years, and you can also download FMS files. I'm not going to go into it. If you want to see more about it, go ahead onto this place and get it all. So one of the things that your eyes are going to is that it's saying that the AIRAC cycle is outdated. So we need to update that AIRAC cycle before we do anything. Now this is just for this program. We've already updated the AIRAC cycles in the aircraft, but now we need to do it here. So update AIRAC cycle. And now it's current. It's simple as that. And what we want to do is just make sure that everything is active and okay and unlocked. So it's right there and good. You need to have a Navigraph subscription in order for this to work. All right. So go back to Navigraph, get a subscription, then come back over here if you don't. All right, so I'm already logged in. We are in our information here. What we need to do now is set up a new flight. Before you set up a new flight, you need to add in your aircraft. So we go over to My Fleet. Might take a few moments, and here we are. So update. You can put in a new airframe by selecting this and then go through the prompts, and then it'll show up over here. You probably need to go back over to, because of the registration, that's the registration on the plane, you may have to go back into the X-Plane folders and find out what the registration is, and then write it down and come back over to this page. and then hit new airframe and go through the prompts. All right, since I've already done that, let's take the, what plane do we want to take out? Let's take the Eclipse out for a little ride. So that's the plane we're going to use. You can edit all of this to your heart's content, but try to make it as realistic. You know, this was the Phenom. I want this one. Here it is. Here's the Eclipse. And it'll go and tell you what kind of engines you got. Pratt & Whitney 610Fs. Alright, so, and it also has, you know, if you're in Europe, you want to change it to kilograms. I'm not, so we'll just keep it pounds. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so now what we want to do is set up a new flight. Today's flight's going to be kind of a short one. Please understand that the Eclipse is not a very big plane. The range is limited as well as how much power it has. It's basically a bridging aircraft from prop to jet. So anyways, we need to go ahead and select where we're going to be going and all that. In today's flight, we are going to be going to Ohio University, and our departure airport is going to be Cuyahoga County Airport, not Hopkins, but Cuyahoga County. So we want to make sure that we have the right plane for this. Good. We'll go up to flight info. This is just how I do it. You could do it any way you want, but it's KCGF, and we want to go to and then it's going to go through its calculations. So, and our alternate says it's going to be Covington. I want to make sure KUNI is the right one, so hold on a moment. Yep, that's the right one. It says alternate Covington. That's on the other side of the state, so it tries to get the largest airport nearby. That's not really right. And if we leave it as auto, it's the nearest airport that was, you know, serviceable is probably that's, you know, the largest airport in case we have to divert would be probably Columbus. So let's use Columbus. I think that's it. I'm going off of my old noggin here. Yeah, okay, CMH. The reason why I can remember that is C, Congressional, M, Medal, H, Honor. So, alright. Cruise profile we want as max cruise, which is fine. That's good. The one that we want to make sure of is altitude. It seems like it wants to shoot me all the way up to flight level 410 all the time for this. And it doesn't matter the routing. That's too high, so I'm just going to give it a set altitude of 25,000 feet. That's fine for this. And we'll see if that'll take it. So to give you an idea, see, Columbus is closer. So we'll take off from Cleveland and go south to Ohio University, which is Athens, Ohio. Alright, so that looks good to me. That looks good. And you want to kind of go through all of this. Now it says departure runway 24. Okay. Or 24. Yeah. That looks alright. So the next thing you want to, and you want to review all of this. The next thing you want to do is hit generate flight. You want to do it, and you want to say yes. Alright, so now that we've built this, flight. Our routing is Ahmet 4 to K Kids to Ottman. It takes everything south. Alright, so here is the paperwork. Now, how do you read this flight plan? You can go over here and read it on how it is worked. So users seeking a detailed section-by-section explanation of their flight can use the interactive OFP below. Simply mouse over the area of the flight plan you wish to learn about. Okay? So you can go up here and find out flight number, flight date, where you're going, all of that, in case you want to know. So go on that. It's pretty well self-explanatory. So here is the information, and it actually asks you to sign here, and it gives you your pilot in command. So that would be me, and your name goes in there, and it gives a dispatcher name just for fun. The weight and fuel stuff, I didn't do anything with the weight and fuel. That actually goes on to X-Plane, and X-Plane puts all that in for you. So if you want all that information, what you need to do is open up X-Plane and find all that information out on there, and then it will probably then you can take that information and plug it into this area. I don't feel it's necessary. So I'm just gonna zip through this real quick. So the most detailed part of this is actually the flight plan. So we take off from Cuyahoga County and use the Ahmet 4 departure, and top of climb at DCT, and we'll switch over to Indianapolis, and that's at Ottman, and then top of descent at these coordinates, and go right on into the airport at Ohio University. I'll give you wind information, and again a more detailed flight plan for the ICAO, excuse me, and then the weather. Probably won't be available for you because it doesn't take in volcanic ash or cyclones or anything like that. Airmets, nothing is available. Sigmets, nothing available. Departure, here's all of the information regarding the winds and clouds, and also the barometric pressure, 291, and destination. It says no weather data available, so we'll have to figure out what's going on, and it's probably going to be very similar to John Glenn. The NOTAMs, I'll tell you what's going on with the taxiway, what's being worked on, what to avoid, and then approach procedures for KUNI, nothing. So it's a small airport, all right? And then it has the approach procedures here. So you can go through all this and see the different charts of weather and things of that nature on here. We can see the weather in the NOTAMs by clicking on Click to Show. And it goes right to those specific areas, but it's already in the other ones, so we've already gone through that. Now, the next thing you need to do, all right, for this flight plan, you can download these flight plans for all of these different planes and things of that nature. It goes right down to the FMS, but I'm going to show you a little trick, all right? And that is, now that this flight plan has been made, all right, the next thing you need to do is to download the app to get this information and suck it into X-Plane. All right, so I'll see you in a second. I'll show you how to do that. Now, I am on a Mac, so it's going to be a little bit different than your computer if you're on a PC. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we are in the Eclipse 550, and what we need to do is introduce ground power. So I'll turn that on. I'll shut the door because it's pretty noisy, and we'll exit out of that. Now we'll come over to the bats. View here so we can see what we're doing. Sorry for all the shadows in the cockpit here. Can't be helped. Alright, now I pop this out. Going like this. And this is the Garmin GTN750. And our navigation AirX cycle is current. We hit that. And then we go over to flight plan. And we hit menu. And then we hit the catalog. Okay. Want to hit this one? That's the flight plan we put in. So go ahead and click that. And we want to hit activate. Now it's not going to put in your departures. You have to put that in yourself because some things can change, such as the wind direction. So we have to do that ourselves. So we go ahead and click this, and we want to go to load departure, and we're going to be taking off on runway 24 and using the Amit 4 departure to EWC, and there we go, Elwood City. And there it is. There's your flight plan. So that's how you do it, folks. It's very simple with this setup with the GTN750. And then to put, close out of this window, you just close out there, and it's back. Okay? If you are using the Skyview, in order for this to work, this is very important, you need to switch your localizer, and you could do this with the Skyview. That's what these are. Just hover your mouse over that, and it'll change to Skyview. Right? And you want to make sure it's Skyview and nothing else. Look 1, look nav 2, and so now this is synced up with this. On the other screen, you can also put in the same flight plan over here. All right? And what this will do over here is actually set up the times. You can see it better. This, I think, will. But this one, I'm just so used to using it over here. And we want to go map and then to flight plan here. And then it's set up here. And it's set up with the distance. So this is a mirrored image of that. I have them set up here because sometimes I want to see something else on the GTN750. So let's say I wanted to see the weather. All right, so you get that. You could do charts, but unfortunately I don't have the chart updated on here, and that's simply because I haven't done it yet. However, I have the Avi tab over here, and you click that and it comes up, and like I was showing you before, you can hit the home button or the home button here and go to Navigraph. Make sure that Navigraph account is now linked, which is good. So what we need to do is to hit the charts on this. Right? So I haven't updated the charts on this yet. This is what we're going to do in the next video. But let's say, for instance, since we are going to, and I have KCGF on here, Cuyahoga, so all of the things are here. But what I don't have is the Ohio University yet. We'll show you how to get that on in the next video. One thing at a time, folks. But anyways, just so you can see what's going on. So here are all your approaches. And we're going to be doing the, I don't know if I got the approaches in here, but here's the, the ILS stuff, or the departures. Just giving you an example here. Yeah, these are all the arrivals and stuff. So yeah, I have not updated this yet. There's still some more information I need to put in. But again, I'm going to do that on a separate video. This one is just for the flight plan itself. Over on the other screen, I just want to bring your attention. I love the Eclipse because you get a ton of information and everything is clickable. So here, all these little zeros are on your TCAS. So those are the planes flying around. It's traffic. So it sounds like someone is either spooling up and getting out of here, or someone's moving around out there. Anyways, so I just wanted to show you that real quick, and if you have any questions, comments, please put them down below. I am not a designer or an engineer or a computer programmer. I am just a simulator pilot. If it's very technical information or questions that you have, I'm not going to be able to answer that. Please direct them to Explain people or the people who make Navigraph or any of the other add-ons. I cannot answer those questions. So I just wanted to show you around, and if you have any good comments, please put them down below. Keep them positive, please. I appreciate it. And make sure that if you like this, please click the like button down below. I'd appreciate that. And also, please subscribe to my channel and click on that bell notification so you can get push notifications every single time I put up a new video and have all this great content. All right, you have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye, guys.